What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the NFL Draft. I will be going through some of my picks, like some of the picks, and telling you my favorite picks, most interesting picks, just picks that stood out to me. And as you can see, the first one on the screen is Joe Barrow. The first overall pick to Cincinnati. We all saw this coming. This isn't new news. I've known this for 6 months now. 5 or 6 months that they were going to pick Joe Barrow. And, well, alas, here he is. And he's going to be in a Bengals uniform. And they drafted T. Higgins in the second round to get him some weapons. And I think that Joe Burrow to T. Higgins connection will be lethal. Will be very good. Because T. Higgins is a very underrated wide receiver. But it's very interesting to me. I think he can do really good in Cincinnati, honestly. Even though I do not like the guy because Alabama, LSU, Roll Tide. But, like, still. I still think he can do pretty good in Cincinnati. With the 5th overall pick in the NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins selected Tua Tagovailoa, Alabama Roll Tide. I predicted this pick. I've seen it coming. But to see it happen with something else, I mean, it feels like just yesterday that he was throwing the game-winning touchdown in Georgia. In Georgia as a freshman. It's crazy that he's an NFL player now. And I can't wait for them to announce his jersey number. What I have on the screen right now is just like a mock. Like you can see the red in the background. It's like a Photoshop picture. But I can't wait for them to announce his jersey number. Because 13 is retired because that was Dan Marino. 3 is Josh Rosen. 11, which is what he wore in high school, is taken by Devontae Parker. 7 and 2 are taken by players. So the 3 most likely options I see are 1, 9, or 10. And I think he'll either choose 10 or 1. And I'm gonna buy that jersey. I'm very happy for him. Roll Tide. With the next pick in the NFL Draft, the Chargers selected Justin Herbert out of Oregon. Justin Herbert's really tough to figure out to me. It depends which games you watch on him, what you come away with. If you watch the Cal game, certain games, the Oregon State game, then you come away with a good impression. This guy is a first rounder easily. But if you watch some games like the ASU game or the Auburn game, you get the impression this guy is a day 2, very underdeveloped player. So, it's kind of the tale of, I guess, can't put it in words, my bad. Tale of 2 players, really. So, I don't know how he'll do in LA, but we'll see. Very interesting pick. With the 11th pick, the 12th pick in the NFL Draft, the Raiders of Las Vegas took Henry Ruggs III out of Alabama Roll Tide. Very happy for Ruggs. I'm surprised he was the first receiver pick. I actually had Judy going to to the Raiders, and as you're about to see in a minute, I actually had Ruggs going to Denver, which is the opposite of what happened. They switched on me. So, very interesting pick. I mean, they like speed over there, and now they got 2 sensational players, Henry Ruggs and Josh Jacobs, and I love that offense. I like the Raiders, but honestly, Miami's my new team. Is a 2. I don't really follow a team in the NFL, but Miami's my new team. At number 15, the Denver Broncos took Jerry Jeudy, the best receiver in the draft to me. Jerry Jeudy is one of the best route runners I've seen. He is he can break some ankles. And I think Denver just got them a solid pick. And Drew Lock will have fun with Jerry Jeudy. I'm not sure what jersey number he'll wear. He tweeted this picture on Twitter and said number 10 looks good. So I'm assuming he's going to wear number 10. But I have no idea. But I think this is a really good pickup for Denver. Honestly, a steal because I had him going 3, 4, 5 spots higher. I think he was a top 10 talent. So I think it was a steal for Denver. At number 26, the Green Bay Packers took Jordan Love. Now, I'm not a very big Jordan Love fan. I think he's going to do, without the right coaching, I think he's going to do terrible in the NFL, to put it lightly. I see many problems with his game, but the man has a strong arm. Almost of the likes of Patrick Mahomes. But it made no sense to take him if I were the Packers. Good thing I'm not a Packers fan, or I would be peed off. The Packers drafted Aaron Rodgers in 2005, right? He's been the starter since 2008. They have never took an offensive player in the first round. Ever. Since Aaron Rodgers has been there. And the first player they do is Jordan Love. His replacement. They don't get him any help at wide receiver. They've never drafted a first round running back. Never a tight end. And the first offensive player they draft is his replacement. If I was Aaron Rodgers, I'd be asking to be traded. Asking to let go. Asking to leave. Because this is a slap in the face. Sorry, I had to vent about that for a minute. That's not even about Jordan Love. That's about just what they've done to Aaron Rodgers. And I personally think Jordan Love will be terrible. This dude better be a Hall of Famer, or Matt LaFleur needs to go. Yeah, but I'm not a huge fan of this pick, but it's very interesting, I will say. With the 56th pick in the NFL draft, the Miami Dolphins took Raekwon Davis, my new team. Yeah, they took another Alabama player, the big guy. Oh yeah, and I'll be leaving some links to some highlights, so click in the top left corner, or top right corner, and go watch that once you're done watching this video, of course. But it went very big guy. I think he'll do pretty good in the NFL. He didn't produce last year like I thought he was, but hey, I still think he'll be really good in the NFL. Really big, really good dude. He can get after a quarterback. Vicious. With the 51st pick in the NFL draft, the Dallas Cowboys took Trayvon Diggs, the brother of Stephon Diggs, and an Alabama player. I'm not a fan of Trayvon Diggs. I know he's from Bama, built by Bama, so he's got to represent. I mean, he's still part of the Bama family, but oof. He did not show up in the big games this year. Auburn and LSU. I'm just going to put that there. There you go. But I hope he succeeds in the NFL. I think he will. Very interesting pick. To the Cowboys. With the 36th pick in the NFL draft, the Giants took Xavier McKinney. Out of Alabama, of course. I think this dude will be a stud. One of Nick Saban's favorite players. Says he's very smart, very vocal, very good leadership. I think McKinney will do very good with the Giants. Everything you want in a safety, can tackle, can read, can cover. Very good pick. With the 84th pick in the NFL draft, the Rams drafted Terrell Lewis. I'm surprised this guy didn't go higher. In my first mock draft, I had him going with the last pick in the first round. And he fell all the way to the bottom of the third. Very surprising to me. I think the Rams got themselves a steal. Him and Aaron Donald will be a lethal. I know I said this word earlier, but a lethal force on that defense. Him and Aaron Donald combined. Because go watch the highlights once you're done with this. He is a monster. he can get after the quarterback. He just has some injury concerns. I think that's why he fell. But, you guys are a beast. I'll tell you that. I think he'll do very good in the NFL. A steal. Anthony Jennings goes 87th to the New England Patriots. Bill Belichick getting himself another Alabama player. In fact, actually, I have, if you remember from my Senior Bowl trip, I actually have Anthony Jennings' signature. So, very good. Very good player, very vocal, long arms, very, very good build. Very good player. He was the last Alabama player taken. We didn't have any go on day 3. Jared Maiden and Shyheim Carter did not get picked, but they did sign in free agency. Jared Maiden went to the 49ers and Carter went to the Jets. So they wound up finding teams. With the 167th pick in the 5th round of the NFL draft, the Bills take Jacob Eason. I mean, not Jacob Eason. Jesus Christ. Jake Fromm. So, I have thoughts. I do not think Jacob Eason should have went out as early as he did. I mean, Jesus, I did it again. My bad. Jake Fromm should have went out as early as he did. I think he should have stayed another year. Really built up that draft stock. I think he was planning he would go round 2, but he fell all the way to the 5th round. I remember watching it, and he was the number 1 on the board for several hours. Just no one picked him. But the Bills finally picked him as a backup. Very interesting to me. We'll see how he turns out. But I don't think he should have declared this year. I don't think he should have. Also, again, it felt like he was just the other day he was a freshman. But I don't think he should have declared. Finally, now Jacob Eason. And he was picked 122 by the Colts. Jacob Eason, I think he also should have stayed another year. I don't think he was ready. I mean, I think he has the arm. I think he's very good athletically. But I don't think he has not the smarts. I'm not going to say that. But I think he could practice more. I think his arm bails him out sometimes. I think he doesn't make good decisions sometimes. He could work on it, but very interesting pick by the Colts. We'll see how it turns out. And finally, the most interesting pick in the draft to me. The Philadelphia Eagles take Jalen Hurts out of Alabama, not Oklahoma. Oklahoma had him for 1 year. He was a rental. No, he is a built by Bama player. This is very interesting to me. A lot of Eagles fans do not like this pick. I like this pick. I honestly do not think they'll use him as a quarterback. And that sounds weird at first. They might use him as like a backup quarterback for Carson Wentz. But when Carson Wentz is able to play and not hurt, I think they might use him. I'm not comparing him to Taysom Hill. I kind of am, but I'm not saying he will be exactly used by Taysom Hill, but very similar to it. I think he will play like different positions, be in different packages, catch some passes, run plays. I think he will. The most interesting pick in the draft, and I hope the best comes to him. I really do. Because Jalen used to be my favorite player. He was the first player I ever got a jersey of. I have a poster put in my closet somewhere. Yeah. And I remember him. I mean, it's just crazy that he's in the NFL now to me. Because I felt like, these 4 years have flown by. I mean, kind of feels like he's been in college football forever, though. It's going to be weird without him. And the first Alabama game next year is versus USC. The last time Alabama played USC, in an opener, Jalen Hurts made his freshman debut. I just think it's interesting. It really made me think about the last 4 years, and just, man, it's going to be weird seeing college football without Jalen Hurts somewhere in college football. But thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned for another video coming out about how well my NFL draft predictions and my mock draft did. That'll be coming out after this one. But thank you guys for watching. I want you to tell me your thoughts on these players in the comments. Tell me your most interesting picks. What do you think these picks were good picks? Do you think these were bad picks? You think this team should have done this? Are you happy for this player? This player should have went higher than this, blah, blah, blah. I want to know all your thoughts. I read every single comment, and your comments make my day. So please tell me your thoughts in the comments below. But thank you guys for watching.